Andy, I wonder if you could give us kind of a detailed breakdown of how long the different processes take from, let's say...
Your Canadian came out there, by the way.
It slips out.
I know.
Say from getting the script, audition, to actually recording, and how long do the recording sessions take for the show?
Sure. So we didn't have, as you know, it was a pretty condensed season. It was only 6 episodes, and there wasn't a ton of stuff to record. So we actually recorded it pretty quick. I think we had 2 sessions to do the episodes that I was in. And as far as the process, I got the scripts ahead of time a little bit, not a lot. I think I had a couple of days with it, which was cool. But it was good times, and like I said, the biggest thing that I'm envious about is I wish I got to record it ensemble, and I hope to do more of that in the future. So.
Just curious, what do you think of the War for Cybertron series as a whole? Like, what's your opinion on it?
What do I think? You're trying to get me in trouble, aren't you?
Are you allowed to answer that?
I love it. No, I do. Actually, so I love the artwork. I love what they did. I think I've said this, and I think I can say this on the record. I just wish we would have had more episodes to develop the characters, because this is the first time you've seen these iconic characters in so many years. I would have loved to explore that more and do more with it. And, I'm hoping one day we will get that opportunity. So.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet.
Hi. I guess you sort of just touched on this, and it could be one of those get you in trouble questions.
Uh-oh.
But how to be diplomatic. If as a fan, and you mentioned, exploring the characters more, but is there something in the show that you would have liked to have seen, more Beast Wars, less Beast Wars, some storyline that maybe was touched on but could have been explored more? Anything specific that you would have liked to see?
Sure. So, yeah, kind of going on what I just said a little bit, I think that what was great about the original Beast Wars is they really took a lot of time with the character development and story arcs, and I would love to have seen that more. I think the one character that was probably had the most story arc was Dinobot in this one, and that was great. But yeah, I would love to have seen more time to develop those characters and see their quirks and their personalities, their motivations, that sort of thing.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Me personally, I don't want to get you in trouble.
Thank you.
But when you, because a lot of shows these days are ditching the whole 23 episodes per season format,
sure,
such as Marvel and Lucasfilm, that are making more cinematic outlooks about it, just one long extended movie. I'm not sure if that's might have been the case here. Do you know why it was in such a short format? Would it have been for budget purposes, or was that just the story? Did they just have like a limited story,
Right. I can only hypothesize because I don't know the answer. It might have been budget related. It might have been they wanted to test it to see how well it would do first before developing more. I can't say anything on the record because I do not know.
How do you feel about that also, about the whole concept of season formats being shortened to just extended feature films?
I mean, as a kid who grew up in the 80s and saw long seasons, I miss that. I miss that ability. And I mean, they're, like you said, you mentioned Lucas and Marvel, and they're producing quality stuff. Don't get me wrong, it's great stuff. I would love to see more of it, though. I think like most fans would, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, when you got the script, did they give you notes on how they wanted you to do the voice, or just kind of the mannerisms of Rhinox? Did they want you to kind of try and mimic Richard at all, or did they just let you have freedom with the voice?
So they directed me. They didn't give me really a whole lot of notes beforehand. They directed me during the session. There wasn't a huge emphasis on mimicking Richard. There was definitely not that. They gave me some creative license there, but they definitely nudged me in certain ways at times, and I was able to pretty much do most of what I wanted to bring to the character. I know that one thing I remember during the session, they wanted to slow us down a lot. That was one of the directions we got, which, yeah, it was yeah, maybe it was just kind of the different stylized what they were trying to do with it. But so there was a little bit of difference from what I originally brought to it to the speed. But they gave me creative license, which was great, and there was good collaboration with the directors, which I love working with them.
And also to add to that, did they give you like character arc notes at all, like how your character would kind of progress in the show?
Again, there weren't a whole lot of details. There were some. I mean, I did get the scripts ahead of time, so there was that. So there was, yeah, some knowledge of it, but a lot of it also was me going back and doing research from what I watched as a kid again. So yeah.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet.